Mayat is balance. Living without Mayat is living without balance. Living with Mayat is living with balance. Mayat also means authenticity. Living in Mayat is living authentically. Living without Mayat is living inauthentically. To be aligned with Mayat is to be original. To be unaligned or detached from Mayat or imbalanced is unoriginal. It's an unoriginal act that's taking place, which you live in a society that's promoting a lot of unnatural behavior, a lot of anti-natural behavior, a lot of parasitic behavior, a lot of chameleon-like behavior, reptilian-like behavior, causing people to want to mimic and model after things that they're not, try and dress themselves up and alter themselves to look and appear to be something that they're not. You have giraffes trying to dress themselves up as elephants, elephants trying to dress themselves up as cheetahs, cheetahs trying to dress themselves up as hippopotamus. You understand what I'm saying? It will be as foolish as any of those animals to try and mimic each other as it is for people to try and do that. You're designed a certain way for a reason. You're uniquely designed to have a certain look, to be a certain way. To try and go against that design is to go against the nature of yourself. There's an imbalance that is taking place. It's an imbalance, a chemical imbalance that's causing this behavior. But see, a lot of these imbalances are environmentally induced. It's the things that you're taking in from the world around you, the world of illusions. This world is promoting all of this toxic behavior, all of the dysfunctional, disorderly, imbalanced behavior. You have people suffering from identity crisis. They don't know who they are. They're unhappy with who they are. They have very low self-esteem, very low self-worth. So they admire other things, they value other things, so they try and be those things. They mimic those things, they model those things, they emulate those things. They imitate until they can emulate whatever it is that they want to be, whatever it is that they admire, whoever it is that they admire. They admire other people's features more than they appreciate their own. They admire other people's designs, other people's vehicles more than they appreciate their own. That's mental illness. It's a form of self-hatred. And it's a form of delusional disorder. You're delusional to think that you can actually be something that you're not. That by dressing yourself up as something, masquerading as something, that you actually become that thing. That's delusional. No matter how hard you try and pretend to be that thing, you're not it. So if you have to lie to yourself, convince yourself that you're something that you're not, yeah, you're suffering from mental illness. You're delusional. You've been playing make-believe so long, you made yourself believe in the lie. And that's what most people do. That's what the program wants you to do. That's how you lose sight of yourself. That's how you get lost in the illusion. See, and then when you live in a society that promotes self-hatred, there's constantly going to be things that are going to pull your attention towards self-hating behavior. It's going to be promoted on television. It's going to be something that's constantly endorsed. It's going to become the norm. And people are going to follow this because it becomes a trend. And people have been taught, they've been programmed to follow trends. Trends are just programs. They're automatic programs. They're like updates. Automatic, systematic program updates. They just occur. It happens. You have no control over it. You don't want to cancel it. You do nothing to stop it because you're unaware of it. You think it's the way of the world. You think it's the way that you're supposed to move, that you're supposed to go with the flow, that you shouldn't go against, that you shouldn't be an individual, that you shouldn't want to stand out. To stand out is to be outstanding. But everyone's been programmed to try and be average, to try and be normal. Because that's all normal is to be average. There's nothing special about that. But you're uniquely designed. Everyone has their specialty. That's something that comes natural. It's not something that you have to pretend to be. It's not something that you have to pretend to have. It comes natural. You naturally have it. You just have to become what you're designed to be. It's a process that gets you there. A natural process. But to go against nature is to go against yourself. And that's what they're programming everyone to do, to go against their self. To go against the nature of their self. To not even know the nature of their self. That's the identity crisis that's taking place. That's the delusion that people are lost in. See, they reinforce the illusion by enforcing the delusion. They reinforce the delusion to reinforce the illusion. The delusion is what keeps the illusion going. It's the fuel for the fire that keeps the world of make-believe turning. But once you see things for what they really are, you're able to detach from these things. You feel the necessity. You feel it necessary to detach. I mean, because after a while, you've done so many different things. You've experienced so many different things. It becomes redundant. Why keep doing the same thing over and over again? It's time to experience new things, experience greater things. You can't keep repeating the same cycle of the same delusion or the same illusions or being in the same low vibrational state. At some point, you have to want to rise and be greater. You have to want to elevate. You have to want to move to a higher level. Some people have the urge to do so. Some people don't. But some people, this is all that it is. There is no more. This is all that they have. Those are the soulless people. Those are the people that promote all of the synthetics, all of the anti-nature. All of those programs, those are programs set in place by the soulless people. You have these soulless beings that, in order to keep their soulless existence going, this physical material existence going, they have to have your attention. You have to buy into it. It's your attention, the attention from the people with the souls, that keeps the illusion going. That's where they get their energy from. So, as long as they can get the soulless, as long as they can get the people with souls to act like they're soulless or like they're without soul, to indulge in synthetics and to be against nature, to have a disdain for natural things or to have a disdain for nature, but to embrace or to gravitate towards synthetics, to consume constantly all of these synthetics. That's the agenda. Because what that does to your soul is it puts your soul on ice. It puts your soul in a deeper sleep. It makes it more difficult for your soul to awaken. It keeps it in a frozen state, inactive. There's no charge, no electricity, nothing to bring life. So your soul's laying in a dormant state. And you just have a vessel that's possessed and being controlled by energies outside of you. Energies that are geared towards keeping you grounded, preventing your ascension from taking place. It's up to you to decide which path you want to take. If you want to take the higher path or the lower path. If you want to continue to walk the lower path, or if you want to elevate to the higher paths. If you're up for that challenge, then take the challenge. Challenge yourself. Push yourself to be greater. But don't just stay stuck in a repetitive cycle, expecting things to change. You have to be that change. If you want change, make change. Be the change that you want to see. Make it happen. But be original. Stay natural. Get in touch with who you naturally are. Find your original self. And be that. Don't fall for the synthetic tricks, the synthetic illusions, the synthetic attractions and distractions. Those things will keep you stuck in illusions. They will keep you stuck in a repetitive cycle of illusion, of dissension and ignorance. Go for the light. Don't run from the light. Go towards it. Don't run away from it. Embrace it. Accept it. Don't reject it. That's if you can handle it. That's if you're ready for it. Some people aren't ready for light. They don't have the strength to handle light. Know yourself. Know who you are. Know what your abilities are. Know what you're able to do. Know what you're able to be. And become what you're meant to be.